So, hopefully you all had a good Thanksgiving, enjoying filling your bellies with all of the turkey and the goodness. Okay, so as you know, it is my yearly tradition to do a Black Friday haul video, and this year, it's going to be a bit of a different one for me because I moved to a different state, so I'm still going to the same establishments, but you know, maybe it'll be a little different. I don't know, but it's Thanksgiving night, and Black Friday has begun for a lot of retailers. I'm actually going to do some tonight and some tomorrow, so we'll kind of see how it all goes. Let's do this! Right, so I'm in the Walmart parking lot right now, and dear God, I don't even know if there's a parking space available. Stay tuned. You know it's going to be a good time at Walmart when you've got the cop cars lined. I always like to start at Walmart just because their deals are insane and it almost feels like they fluctuate throughout the night and day. So it's always a good time at Wally World. Here we go.
Let's go right here.
The movie sales are in the dairy department by cheese. Makes total sense. So yeah, this is nuts. It took me like 20 minutes just to get across the store, but I'm finding stuff. So I've concluded my first trek to the mystical world of Wally World. They had a really good selection. I picked up a few items. Actually, I don't think I spent over $5 on a single one of the movies that I got. I'm gonna run to Best Buy real fast. I might conclude the night out on that one and then come back in the morning because I am seeing there's a bunch of stuff that wasn't out there yet, and I got out here as it began, so we'll see. Okay, we're at Best Buy, or I'm at Best Buy. So Best Buy usually is pretty crazy. The parking lot doesn't look too bad right now, honestly, so I'm wondering if the Black Friday sales haven't begun yet here, but there definitely are people in there, so I'm gonna check. This might be a interesting experience. Last time I did Best Buy, the line was like an hour and a half long, so let's see how this goes. Definitely shenanigans going on in Best Buy, so I'm diving in. Okay, that's actually a pretty good deal. Okay, goddamn. So right now, Best Buy does have a lot of really good deals. I'm finding a bunch of things. I might go with all of them. Okay, so I got a lot of great deals at Best Buy. They were on point with the dealage. It was quite titillating, I believe is the word. I was all giddy in there. And yeah, I loved that. But that being said, holy crap, Best Buy on the customer service dropped the ball because there were like 3 cashiers on Black Friday, and it actually was busy in there. It was like almost a 40-minute wait in line, and there weren't even that many people. It was obscene. I'm here actually at one of my favorite bars in Oklahoma. It's called OKC City Limits. Every week they do a karaoke night. It's super awesome. It's a good escape for me because I always had that fantasy of being a rock star, and I don't have that musical talent, which is probably why you won't see video clips of me doing karaoke, but I do karaoke, just so you know. I do it. And yeah, I don't know, it's just a simple, it's the epitome of a bar for me. I love it. Gotta take a break from Black Friday, you know, enjoy a nice Budweiser and do some karaoke. Woohoo! Okay, so I think I'm gonna try and make one more stop for the night. And that's at Target, because you know what? That's the trilogy. I went to Walmart, Best Buy, and Target tonight. I'll probably go back to them during the day, but you know what? I'll see if Target's open. But I was just feeling that karaoke, so I got a little distracted, because you know, once you get up on stage and you're like, oh, if that sounded good, congratulations. But I just am, you know, I'm in the moment. This is one of my favorite days of the year, and it's one of my favorite days to give you YouTube content. So you know what? I'm gonna do as much as I can. All right, here comes the good old infamous Target, or Target, as you fancy people call it. I love Target, but you know, they've actually sucked the past like 2 years for Black Friday. So we will see how it goes. All right, Target, bring it on. Okie dokie artichoke, it's time for Target. I'm walking in as we speak. This is always that one, and like I said, that they tend to not have the greatest deals, but at the same time, they could. I want them to surprise me because I always love Target. So, let's go. I just literally wanted to put this in my video just so I could upset somebody. It's actually as petty as I can be sometimes. Third year running so far, Target has had absolutely the worst deals out of anybody. I mean, their movie selection was terrible. There was stuff that Best Buy was offering for like $5 that Target was like, ooh, it's on a super sale for 15. Yeah, come on, Target. We're on to your schemes. Fix it for next year, please. Alright, so we're now in the morning of Black Friday, wardrobe change. It's early, and yeah, more Black Fridaying. We're in the mall, or I'm in the mall, in the belly of the beast. And let's see what kind of crazy deals I can find. I just think that's hilarious and sad. I'm practically about to buy it anyway. Okay, that Christmas sweater's really awesome. So without a doubt, I needed to caffeinate up in the morning, so I got me some trusty Chick-fil-A, because their customer service is just so obscenely good. It just puts you in the right mood in the morning, and their breakfasts are also amazing. Like, these little honey biscuit chicken things are just heavenly. Jesus chicken, everybody. Alright, well, I finished all my food and my breakfast. I feel all refreshed, and because it's Chick-fil-A, presumably more holy because I ate the Jesus chicken. So now it's time to get back to business. Walmart take two during the day. I'll see if I can find something.
6.
I'm a grown man who wants that Nerf Gatling gun. Yeah. Valuable lesson, always check multiple locations, because I actually found more movies that were not at the other city's location, so you never know what you're gonna find. Valuable lesson of the day, brought to you by ScottsThoughts, sponsored by nobody. Last night, got burned on Target. This time we're going to Super Target, so we're ready to get not super good deals. So as predicted, Super Target had super non-existent sales, and par for the course again, Target. Good work. The amount of shade I throw at Target, I'm just waiting for him to see this and sue me or try and kill my channel, but step it up, Target. I totally stopped in the middle of the road because look at that! It's the Jurassic Park car! That's freaking awesome! Go Calendar Games and full stop. This is a real calendar. Nice Jewish guys. I thought it was maybe a joke. No. Can you see this? This is actually a thing. Part of me wants to just buy it. This is hilarious. Line to get into that Nike store. That is nuts. Also Pepper store. Yet another Best Buy, and found even more stuff that wasn't at the other one. So Best Buy's kind of winning Black Friday with their different options at different places. So that's pretty cool. I've always really loved these kind of secondhand shops. They're just really neat. Oh, that's awesome. I don't want to pay that price though. Vintage Stock's Black Friday purge basically was a couple really severely used discounted items. It was not good, so I wouldn't recommend them for Black Friday in the future. Oh man, after all of that, I'm freaking exhausted. Black Friday kicked my butt, but at the same time, I kicked its butt. So let's have a drink. Alright, guys, gals, and everything in between. So another Black Friday is in the books. I'm so excited. You guys know this is one of my favorite videos every year to do for you guys. Honestly, it's something I look forward to all year. I like going out into the chaos and the fray and all that, and just kind of seeing the deals that I can get, and it's just fun, So I'm going to break down what I got for you guys. I must say, Best Buy absolutely had the best deals out of all the major retailers. I went all over the place in Oklahoma, mostly in the central OKC metro area, but I went all over and tried to find the best deals, and Best Buy, bar none, the best. So to start, I know we talk about movies mostly on this channel, but I gotta say, I picked up Anthem at GameStop because, it was one of those games I was kind of excited for, and I felt bad because all the things came out about it and I just didn't play it, and apparently nobody else did because it got discounted to $5 at GameStop for Black Friday. And I don't know what that says about the game, but you know what? I had literally $5 in spare change, and I went, sure, I guess I can use it on an Xbox game. So here's to you, Anthem. You earned my spare change. So now for the movies. I actually think I got a pretty good haul this year. Over at Best Buy for $3.99, Batman Hush. This is an animated film that I haven't seen yet. The DC animated films, generally speaking, are all pretty solid. Except for, well, there's one or two. But I have to give it a shot because, you know, I love me some Batman. Okay, and then also for about $3, The Mule, that Clint Eastwood movie that just came out. And I missed it out in theaters. It was during a lot of stuff in my life going on. I just kind of missed the screening, and I love Clint Eastwood. And I saw this and went, yeah, I can spend money on that. Like, a couple bucks. That's what I love about Black Friday, is these movies that you either missed or you normally wouldn't spend that much money on, you now can. And so now I have The Mule on Blu-ray, and yeah, I'm pretty excited. I want to see it. You all know that I reviewed this film and said it was okay, Spectre. But Spectre was, I want to say, $3.99 at Best Buy, and you know what? It's one of the only Bond films I don't own. So I said, I can justify spending $3.99 on a movie that I didn't hate. I just said wasn't that good. But I must say that the visuals are amazing, and it did deliver on some fan service with some returning characters, as you guys know. And so I enjoyed the hell out of that portion of it, so I can justify buying it. So I still buy DVDs. Yes, I do. Why? Because I'll buy them, especially if they have the digital code, but physical media is physical media. I still, at secondhand stores, are willing to buy, actually, even laser discs and VHS. So it doesn't matter to me. So for like $1 or $2, I don't remember how much I paid for this, Goosebumps 2. I never saw the sequel. I actually really enjoyed the first one, as you know, especially for a kid's film. So I went, you know what, the sequel that was kind of there and gone in a minute, I'll spend $1 on it and get the digital code and the DVD. And you know what? I hear Jack Black cameos in it, so it is in the same series. And I do like Goosebumps, especially the books as a kid. The next one, same price, around $2. Alpha, also a DVD. Alpha, I just saw it as a boy and his dog story. I actually forgot the movie was coming out in theaters. And so I saw this randomly in a bin. This was actually on my second tour into Walmart. And I said, you know what? Why not? Because, heck, $2. And it looked good from the trailers. Got to take a momentary break to sip on this delightful Budweiser. Ah, yeah. That is the spot after a long day of Black Friday. Okay, next on the list. Widows. So Widows was that movie that had Liam Neeson in it, and I didn't review it because he's not a main part of the film. But you know what? I've made it a mission and a goal to own every single Liam Neeson movie in physical media. And now should be, last I checked, back on track to own every Liam Neeson movie in physical media. So, I know nothing really about the film. I know it's like a crime thriller film, which, hey, I'm all on board with that. So I might do a review on some of these movies later. I say that every year, but you know what? I owe you guys some catch-up because the content has been lacking lately. Another one that I haven't seen, Brightburn. I've only heard good-ish things about it, saying the dark take on Superman. I always thought that was an interesting concept. Superman kind of with a dark edge to it. I really enjoyed the hell out of that. So I think this is right up my alley. And you know what? I want to support a movie that tries to take those bold risks like that. So Brightburn, it happily enters my collection. Oh, that's nice. Very nice. Okay, so now that I've talked about Brightburn a little bit, I can't wait to watch that. I'm really excited. Okay, so another one. I want to say this was $7. The animated Illumination Grinch film. I randomly, on my second tour into Walmart, was in a bin and found this at the very bottom of the bin. And I didn't even know it was on sale. I forgot it actually came out. But I love the Grinch. I'm a huge fan of Benedict Cumberbatch. So why in the world wouldn't I buy the Grinch? And, you know, it's got some bonus features on it. And, yeah, like $7. I'm perfectly fine with that. It's a justifiable purchase. And I just want to see more Grinch because as a kid I loved the Grinch cartoon. My grandmother, sometimes she would give me a hard time because I'd want to watch it in June. So you know what? Don't hate. I'm a Grinch fan. I kept circling around this film at every place I went, and the prices varied by like $1 or $2, and I was being such a cheapskate that I went, if I can find it for this price, which ended up being $7.99, I'll buy it because it looks like one of those guilty pleasure movies. And that, my friends, is Hunter Killer. So Hunter Killer is that submarine thriller film, and I went, you know what? I'll buy it. Why not? And so it kept like there were places that had it for like $12, and then there were places that had it for like $8. And I went, you know what? I can justify it for about $7. And at the very last stop I made is when I found this one, and that was Best Buy yet again, which it wasn't at the other Best Buys at all. So, hey, props to Best Buy for having so much variety between their stores. So now I own Hunter Killer, and this is definitely one I want to actually review for you guys because I was excited in that guilty pleasure way when I saw the trailers for this. This next film is one that I actually defended on my review, saying I actually thought that certain parts of it were better than the predecessor that it was rebooting, and I didn't think it was all that bad. And so, you know what? I'm buying it to defend its honor. The new Hellboy. Now, is the new Hellboy a spectacular venture into cinema? No. But at the same time, I think I spent like $5 on this at best. And I went, you know what? It bombed. I want to at least help it get closer to being less bombed. And I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. It was just a fun comic book movie. And I had a good time with it. And that's really hard to do these days with comic book movies for me, frankly. Gotta wet my whistle. Brought to you by the segment called Drinking with Scott. After a long day, have a beer with me. That was really cheap. Wow. Alright, I'm leaving that in. The next one is another one that I said was good. And I didn't really have many complaints with it. And it was one of those ones that actually faded into the back of my memory. And I'm looking forward to revisiting it again, actually. And that is the new Pet Sematary. So Pet Sematary, again, was somewhere around like $5 or something. And I went, you know what? I actually enjoyed the remake of Pet Sematary, and why not go for it? And so it's one of those movies that when it came out, I was going through a lot in my life, as you guys know. And so when I watched it and reviewed it, I really liked it. I felt like I escaped for a few hours. But at the same time, life kind of bogged it down, and I just remember having a positive outlook on it. So I'm looking forward to, now that I have more of a clear head, getting to revisit this one. So good on you, Stephen King, for actually having some decent movies finally. There are two things that brought me to this. Bumblebee. First thing, Michael Bay is not directing it, and because I don't think he does that good with Transformers. Secondly, it's got my girl Haley Steinfeld. Moment for Haley. Oh yeah. So, Haley Steinfeld, I bought this one for you. Watch, I get some letter in the mail now. It's like, don't ever do that again. Sincerely, Haley Steinfeld's agent. The next one. I wasn't going to buy this, but it was on too good of a deal to say no, and it was $7.99. and that is Avengers Endgame. Now, I really enjoyed Avengers Endgame. It is also the reason why I've said I don't plan on reviewing or watching any of the MCU films anymore, because I felt like this was a perfect bookend to that universe, and I feel like it almost detracts and makes it feel lesser to continue the stuff afterwards. Just let it end here. And I normally don't buy the Marvel movies on physical media because of how overpriced they are. But for $7.99 on Black Friday, yeah, I'll spend that on Endgame because Endgame was terrific. This was my wild card purchase, if you will. It was actually my most expensive purchase of the day. But you know what? My curiosity killed the cat, or in this case, the rat. Detective Pikachu. I almost said Pikachu Detective. That's the Budweiser kicking in. So, Detective Pikachu, I've not seen it, but I'm curious because it's one of those ones that when I saw the first trailer, I went, that looks so bad that I have to just get that sixth sense of entertainment. But on now, it doesn't look terrible, and you know what? I'm curious. I want to give it a shot and see how well it does. And I grew up on Pokemon, so hey, could be good, and it also doesn't hurt to add a kids film to the repertoire of my collection. Okay, so the next one is a movie that I actually enjoyed that some people did, some people didn't, but I thought it was a bold take, and that is Aquaman. And I got it on 4K because, you know what, we all need to see Jason Momoa in 4K because, I mean, that dude is awesome. So yeah, Aquaman, I actually really enjoyed this film. The DCEU is one of those universes that I say, you know, it gets a lot of hate, but my God, they have some solid entries, and I actually defend a lot of them. I have all of them, even the ones I don't like, because I just find the DC universe so fascinating. And Aquaman was a bold thing for a filmmaker to try and make, and they did it, and they pulled it off amazingly. So yeah, let's continue that hot streak going for the DCEU. Aquaman's awesome. And yeah, looking forward to Aquaman 2. And yeah, can Matt Reeves also just make the Batman a little more connected instead of recasting everybody and acting like it doesn't exist in that universe? Rant over. I've owned for literally years, but I saw it in 4K and I only had the DVD for a while, and now that I have 4K TV from last year on a 4K player, I had to get the 4K of Star Trek, the 2009 reboot, because that is one of my favorite films of all time. They did Star Trek so much good. I absolutely loved the film, and so of course I want to see the 4K edition of it, and it's got some extra bonus features, it looks like. Dude, if you haven't seen this Star Trek movie, go see the Star Trek movie. Anyways, yeah, there's not much more to say about this other than I freaking love this movie, and it was $7. We're almost done. We only got 3 more entries left on this, so let's do this. I was tempted to chug it, but I'm trying to pace myself. Okay, so continuing, these are all DVDs that are left, and that's perfectly fine for me. Anyways, so this one was like $2. Escape Room. It came out at the beginning of the year, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see here. I'm fact-checking myself on scene. Yep, 2019. So, I've heard it's fascinating, and it's kind of fun. And, it's one of those movies that when it came out, I completely missed out on it. Because it was, if I'm not mistaken, it was limitedly released in my area. At the time, I was living up in Seattle. And, I couldn't find a screening. So I got it for $2 at Walmart. And I don't know, I'm just kind of curious to see how this turns out. I've heard it's kind of fun. Anyways, not much more to say about it, but it always was kind of on my mind. I used to be a big fan of The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. The Swedish film and the book. Not the sequels, actually. And not the American film, the Daniel Craig one. But when I heard that they did a new Girl with the Dragon Tattoo film, I had to check it out for $2. The Girl in the Spider's Web. I've heard it's more like an action movie than the other ones, and that's what intrigues me to it, because frankly, I may be in the minority, but the other sequels of The Dragon Tattoo, even the Swedish version and the books, I didn't find them all that interesting. But this is a different author from what I'm told, and it's kind of a different angle and take on the series. So I'm going to be curious to see how this goes, because I know that they canned the Fincher sequels and they went with this. So I'll be curious to see how this goes. But yeah, it was $2. And it's another... Oh, it came out last year. Wow, I'm fact-checking myself. No, it came out... I don't know when this came out. It says 2018 and 2019 on here. So who knows? But we will see. I just know that when it came out in theaters, I went, yeah, maybe. And something else came out that weekend. And I went and saw that anyway. But now I'll watch that. And also, if you guys want to see all my reviews for this, I will definitely do reviews of all the films I haven't seen on Stardust, because it's only like 30 to 60 second reviews. So if you go subscribe to Scott's Thoughts on the Stardust app, that'd be great. And you'll get my feedback on all of these, because I'm definitely not doing YouTube reviews for every single one of these. Last, but definitely not least, but kind of at the same time as a middle finger to the BBC's showrunner Chris Chibnall, I got Doctor Who Series 11. Now, as you all know, I am a die-hard, hardcore Doctor Who fan. And I'm literally on a TARDIS blanket as we speak. So, this season really underwhelmed me and had 1 or 2 episodes that were spectacular. But the writing was sloppy, and it felt like they abandoned a lot of what made Doctor Who special. And I never reviewed or sought out this season because of my own feeling of they were abandoning what made the series great. And then, yeah, Rosa, I actually thought was a great episode. And then I went, okay, fine, I'll eventually get the season on DVD. And I saw it on Black Friday sale, and it was like $7.96 or something. And I went, okay, that is the least amount of money I've paid for a season of Doctor Who, and it's kind of my least favorite season of Doctor Who, so it kind of works out. And yeah, I have to say that every single one of the actors does a good job. It's not crapping on any of them or anything like that. It's just, I feel like the writing and all of the direction they're taking it was just so sloppy. I don't mean to crap on Doctor Who. I'm sorry. I'm a hardcore fan. But at the same time, that's why I justified that purchase. And yeah, I actually am excited for Doctor Who Season 12, though. Because I want them to do better and improve on themselves. And I actually am in the minority. I defended Doctor Who Resolution. I thought that was an amazing special, even though it totally could have been on Christmas and kept the tradition of the Christmas special. I'm just saying. I will get off my soapbox here in a second. But yeah, no, I love you, Doctor Who. I'm not a fair-weather fan. I stick through even the most difficult of times. I'm talking about you, Absorbeloff. We did it. Another Black Friday down. Holy crap. I mean, I did this originally because I said, you know what, I think it'd just be fun to do and do a video for me. It was really more my own, me wanting to do a video diary of some of just a little bit of my life. And now I've done it every year, and it's become a tradition, and I just love it. It makes me so happy. I've literally been anticipating this video since I did the last one. So I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. I've been working on modifying the format and everything a little bit. I definitely want to try and enhance it more next year, put a little more production value behind it maybe. I tried to, if you notice, get a few more establishing shots or things like that. I really just enjoy doing these videos a lot. I genuinely love it, and it means a lot that you guys watch it. So that's it. We completed the Black Friday haul, like I was saying. It just means so much to me that you guys are here and watching this, and I will again, of course, do this next year. So, you know what? Toast to you guys. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. I got plenty more videos coming to you. Love you guys.